Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Let's be transparent right now. Um yeah, y'all, I don't like coming on here. Y'all know I don't like coming on here for nothing unless I got a message. But lately I've been staying off the camera for reasons. And I'm very transparent with my mother. I love my mother. I tell my mom a lot of things about this way world because I don't feel like she's gonna judge me, because she doesn't. She knows my mom know what type of child she has and the power and the gifts that I have. So my mom never judged me. My mom already knew since I was a child that I was not of this world. And my mama will tell you, like, my baby always been gifted. My mom appreciate my gifts, even she may not understand them gifts at certain times, but she definitely understand me and it's an understand there. But I'll be talking to her about everything, about how the government is, about Trump, things that I told my mom that was going to happen with Trump. She's seeing it firsthand. She's like, baby, you said this. I'm like, yeah, I know, mom. I just want you to be prepared. Don't ever be feared, because, this is all part of the plague. This is all part of the situation. This is all part of this. This is the book that they've written, and these are the rules and regulations that supposed to be applied. Nothing in this world is coincidental. It's the only thing is repeated with different people. Maybe in different places and with different things, but everything's the same. Things are still the same, but they using different people. So I talked to my mom about religion, because I don't identify myself as a religious person, and I don't care who get offended by that. I was brought up in the church, heavy, Wednesdays service, Wednesday Bible study, even Saturday and weekend, because since my dad was a pastor, but my dad didn't be a pastor until like I got older. But when I was younger, he wasn't in the church himself, so it took him to go through some things in his life, and that's when people turn to God. When certain people go through certain things in their life and they turn to Most High, they turn to God, and God sit them down, after they hit some type of life-altering situation in their life. A lot of people they have experience with the Most High. After my father passed away, I definitely pulled away from the church, because I was a part of his church. I ain't gonna say I pulled cold turkey soon as he passed away. I'm gonna just say I affiliated myself with another church outside of his church, because the church he was under, they weren't practicing good. They practice wasn't sitting well with me. If he wasn't in that pulpit, I really didn't feel like the presence wasn't present. Get what I'm saying? It wasn't gifting. Get it? The presence wasn't a present to me. So I choose to go to another place where I also grew up, another service, another pastor, where I also grew up at in a service when I was younger. Before my dad opened up his church, I went back to that home. But I want y'all to know that being the fact that I'm not part of a religious cult, give a damn what y'all say. I'm not in the church coven. And when you gotta go to churches, you sign in and you be a member. Ain't that a cult? Ain't that a group? We ain't gonna get into that, because you don't want to. I don't care if your Bible beaters come over here. I'm very, very open to discussion, but I'm not gonna argue with you. When I see that you're trying to make me believe something that you've been systematically, this is the whole raw energy. I broke out of the systematic beliefs. There was a time that we couldn't pick up a book to read the Bible. The Bible was considered a book. So when they started allowing us to read books, they turned the Old Testament and they made a New Testament. Why we got to make a New Testament? When did the New Testament come upon? Because in order to make a New Testament, ain't God got to appear? So you telling me King James or whatever Bible spoke to God when it came to these testaments that's supposed to be new? But we ain't gonna get into that. I'm not here to debate with nobody about their beliefs, and that's the one thing I want you guys to know. If you believe in God, I do too. If you believe in the Most High, I do too. But there is a but, and I sure did say but. This is what I want y'all to know. I'm not here to derail nobody from their belief system. I'm just being transparent. I want everybody to understand that you have a right to pick and choose what you believe in. And you do. We all have free will. And that goes back to the video I just made, where we got free will, so God allowed things to happen. But I want y'all to understand this, because I've been speaking this all week, and I haven't been speaking on the camera. I'm more of a speaker. Like, when I get into a conversation with my mom, I need to start recording the conversation I have with my mom. I be feeling like my word for word, I hear others, spiritualists, verbatim with the word. Everything I speak, I hear other spiritualists re-say my words, my saying, and put them in their messages. And that's how I know clearly that I'm connected to the Most High, or source, because they be using my words and put them back into the messages, and it just give me enlightenment. It give me, enlightenment, like, oh yeah, you spoke about that. See, you spoke about some stuff. And when I be talking, y'all be just talking. I just be going, I be just babbling. I be going off until I be going off. My mom is my best friend. I talk to her the most, and she knows, the conversations we have get real deep. We be on the phone for an hour, 2 hours, maybe more. If if I don't be like, it's good, Mom, we done. But my mom was sitting on that phone all day. And like I said, some things she might not agree with, because she don't understand. But that's not her for her to agree. As long as I know what it is and my agreements, it will come to a time when she will understand the situation too, or understand why I say what I say. I'm never here to force my beliefs on nobody. I'm not here for that. But you have religions that does that. Now I'm telling you this because people that I have dealt with in my life, when I was growing up, when I was ignoring the signs, because I never was blind. I always seen the intentions of people. But you be wanting it. But the love that I have so much love, and I can be a bitch. I'm gonna keep it real. I could be a mean bean machine for people who I really don't care for. And being the fact that I know I could be in that energy, I don't surround myself with that energy. Let's be real. I'm a human. And the only reason why I become that person is because I see who you really are. You could look beautiful. You could be like beautiful, but I see who you really is. I'm a person that look you in the eyes, and I read you through your eyes. I'm a soul reader. Some people might not like me. They might say I'm the evil one. Oh, you're playing the witchcraft and voodoo, but nah, baby, I don't do that. I don't have to touch that. I'm powerful within myself. I am the witchcraft. I am the motherfucking voodoo. God damn it. When I speak, I conjure. Whether it's good or bad, tread lightly. That's why I be having to transmute and rebuke and pray and keep people away from me, because sometimes I don't even want to send nothing to you. But if you get me upset in that energy, you get me mad, things I say, and much grace I have on me, some things start moving. So tread lightly. That's why I be telling you, tread lightly. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Because yeah, if I don't buck, them guys do. Them guys be like, oh, you a pussy little bitch. Let me do it. That's our job. Yeah, my guys do. They on that time. I be not on that time because I have an image. I have a look by myself that I don't want to be matching energy. It's one thing I learned about my life. But if it's necessary, don't get it twisted, baby. That angelic shit go out the window. Like I said, I get on that time. But I choose not to because, karma is a motherfucker. I believe in what goes around comes around. Sometimes if you want to match fire with fire, sometimes it makes bigger fire and you can't put it out. So I don't try to stoop to that level. But let me tell y'all this. I've been going through attacks, y'all, all my life. But the attacks really came when I started pulling away from people that I thought loved me. Family members, friends, associates, jobs. Yeah, motherfucking jobs. Government. Yeah, government. Whew. Churches. Yeah, churches. Heavy on the churches. Heavy on the people who go to churches that I've been affiliated with. Okay? Family members, heavy on them too. Heavy on the family members I created with others too. Yeah. I don't like speaking out about my trials. But my tribulations have been the prodigy of my life. And I done been through so much that she probably would be like, damn, you don't look like you went through none of that. And my energy, I don't want to look like what I'm going through. You would never catch me looking like what I'm going through. I've been down. I was down even when I was on this channel. When I created the channel, I was homeless. I look back on everything that I got through. This shit is so touchy. I just look back on everything that I went through and I accomplished. And I just can't do them but thank me, myself, and the Most High. Like my guides, my spirit guides, my ancestors, my beloved. You know? Because let them tell it I wasn't supposed to be here. Let the naysayers tell it. She's supposed to be wiped out a long time ago. She's supposed to have been gone a long time ago. She ain't supposed to be here. But God already had a plan for me. God already knew y'all was going to come against me. So he gave me this heart. He gave me this heart. This pure heart. Or impure heart. Whatever you want to call it. And he placed it in my body. And he already spoke to it. He spoke to it. He spoke to it. He spoke to it. And he told it hurt. You're going to get broken many a times. You're going to get broken plenty of times. But keep on beating. Hold on. The video cut off. But, yeah, he told this heart. You can get broken many times. But keep on beating. No matter what. No matter how many stabs. No matter how many kicks. No matter how many scars that I have to mend for you, sew back to you, sew back into you or on you or whatever. Just keep beating. Just keep beating. And don't never change who you are. And the person that created you to be. And it just, this heart been through plenty of lifetimes. So whoever had this heart before me, I commend you. And I appreciate for doing the work. And I commend the Most High for making it strong enough to endure so much hate and pain. I'm not doing this because I want nobody to feel sorry for me. I'm doing this because I feel like we living in a world where people don't know what love is. And most of the time, it really ain't people's fault. As I stated, it was how God spoke into this heart. He spoke into my heart. Sometimes people have never been spoken. Their heart never been spoken to. I was telling my mom how I remember certain things in my life as a child. How dark always has been chasing me, hunting me. And it have. I think some years ago, I explained to when I was younger, how this entity, I don't know what it was. I never used to be scared of the dark. Scared of nothing. You know, I wasn't scared of the dark. I wasn't scared of nothing. But there was this house that we lived in, and we had a back hallway, and the bathroom was back there for the downstairs. We had like a 2-bathroom home. One was half a bathroom, one was a whole bathroom upstairs. And half the bathroom was downstairs in the back by the back porch. The back porch was this nice, a small little dense place. My mom kept the deep freezer back there. Back porch that lead to the backyard. Boom. But this house had this old fashioned. They had the drop ceilings. It wasn't a real regular ceiling. It was a drop ceiling. And I would test this thing. I would think that maybe it's air coming from closing the door. Maybe it's the air, the ceiling. So what it used to do when I come to the hallway, the ceiling will lift up just a little bit, like as the sea, like just like this. It'll be down like this, and it'll be like this. It'll just lift up just like that, just a little bit. You don't see no eyes. You didn't see nothing but pitch black. I used to do that all the time. Every time I went back to that bathroom. Woo! And I know it was only for me, because when I used to watch my brother and sisters them go to the bathroom back there, I used to be like, y'all see that ceiling lifted? I used to ask them, the ceiling didn't lift. They were like, what? They be like, no. Like, they say, oh, maybe that's the air when you close the bathroom door. How is it lifted? And I didn't even get to the bathroom door yet. It's like, this is the ceiling up here, and I'm way coming out the kitchen, going to the back hall. So as soon as I hit between the back hall and the kitchen doorway, the damn thing lifted. Just enough. Peeking, like it's peeking at me. But it was no eyes, just dark. So I used to run to the bathroom, close the door, Harry, close the door, use the bathroom. But when I come out, it didn't peak. But anytime I will go, like when it's like it see me coming, it will raise up. I try to set myself, maybe it's a squirrel, maybe it's the air, like everybody was telling me, nah. But why is it only happening with me? So now I'm older. Now I'm starting to think about a lot of things too around this time of my life. Even back then, I didn't put emphasis into it. I thought about it, but I talked about it. But now, as I became more into my gifts and my beliefs, and now I know what it was. I already had a generational curse on me, because my greats and my passed over but never loved ones had gifts. They might be like Orisha shaman. They might be like Mason builders and all that. And then I was ordained into the Mason Eastern Stars. I'm gonna tell you about that story too. But I might do that in another video. Whew. But I looked into that. I thought it means something else. But everything that is said of the Eastern Stars, I'm somewhat of it. I practiced that already. But I didn't need to be initiated, because I've always been like that all my life. But being the fact that I'm initiated, and then when I was younger, due to my parental figure, they thought that was the best thing for me to do. Maybe it was guided to them, divinely guided to them to put me in that position. So, because of the protection that it brings protection. It gives you protection against certain deities and entities. Now, entities don't got never necessarily deal with the devil, the dark shit. Entities is corporation, governments. Government use entities in their fine print. Catch on. So I'm not battling just demons and warlocks and witches, and I'm battling the higher ups, the government, the people who are sitting in the positions that are in high places that can fuck your life up. I'm with them. I'm in that energy with them. I'm being protected by them and from them. It may sound crazy, but yeah. But we ain't gonna talk about that. I'm gonna let that go. But let's be more transparent. So that thing used to chase me all my life. That dark thing. So boom, we moved out of the house. My mom moved to another residence. One day I thought I was Evel Knievel. I had my big wheel. I tried to ride up the stairs. My mom friend used to work in the back of the house in his car. He was a mechanic. So I guess the wheel bearing, the wheels thing that hold the wheels is it was like a little propeller. It was like whatever it was. It was like a gear shifter or something like that. It looked like a wheel. It looked like a bike I remember how I looked to this day. That's how I know this message is supposed to be saying. It was like a bike. You know, you put the chain on the bike. That thing you put the chain on the bike. It was one of them. It was very sharp. So I'm driving up the stairs, trying to get up to the stairs, trying to see if I could pull my bike up the stairs. And eventually, I fell back all the way down the stairs. And my head, top of my head, hit that wheel thingy. And I was bleeding out. Said I lost a lot of blood. They surprised I made it. I'm trying to tell you, I was dead. I did die. I died that day. I died that day. I know I died that day. They said when you facing the life or death, you see your light. I seen the light. I seen a big bright light. Don't know what the face is. God don't ever reveal his face, and that's another thing. Nobody never know. When people say, "Well, what did he look like?" We just say it's a light, just something bright, and it is. It's just something really bright. But it's a sensation. It's a warm sensation. It's like a hot sauna. It's just the light is a beam. It's a big beam. So I might have had an encounter. I know it was an encounter with the Most High. And the Most High could have told me, you ain't done yet. Got things that I want you to do on this earth, so I'm not ready for you yet. You're going to have to go back. You have to go back to this place that I set for you to be in. And I woke back up, y'all. I was in the hospital bed. And in the hospital, I was so high on the hospital bed, the light from the hospital. Some people will call it hallucination. Some people will say, oh, that was a hospital bed like you see. Hell no. Because I wasn't even in a hospital bed when I seen the damn light. You got to remember that I was in the goddamn backyard on the damn ground bleeding to damn death. So my mom rushed me to the ED. I woke up in a hospital bed, my hair wrapped up. I looked at, and when I woke up, my mom was in the room. I looked to the side. I couldn't move my head. So I looked to the side of my eyes, and I see my mom sitting there. And my mom said, oh, you awake? I thought I lost you. And I ain't saying nothing. I'm just smiled at her. I remember that since I was a day. So I talked to my mom about that recently. I think it was the day before yesterday. And she don't remember nothing about it. She like, oh, yeah, I don't know how I got you to the hospital. I don't know how you get, because you was, she basically explained it like it was, the way how she got to the hospital and how they was able to work on my head for so long. But make it so long, I guess it was, they stitched me up. They did something where I got stitches. So I still feel that bump right now to this day. And it hit my head real bad. It left a scar. So that was my first encounter. And after that day, they been coming after me because they couldn't take me out then. I probably was about 6, 7 right then that age. Maybe a little longer, I don't know, a little younger. But I was young. They tried to get me when I was young. Because they knew I might be the vessel that creates the shift, for whatever I got to speak on in this lifetime. So of course, when you got power and you are born into power and you born into gifts and all this stuff, there are people that's been here before you already know you're the next hero of the situation. Like how the baton passes on down to the Genesis legacy after legacy. So they knew they had to wipe me out before I get here. They was trying to wipe me out before I really grew up to be in my fullest form for these gifts, because as you get older, the gifts come. But you got to go through tests in order to get the gifts. Now, everybody have them, but a lot of people don't adhere to them. A lot of people don't tap into them. A lot of people don't even a lot of people don't even want to tap into you. I just seen 12 over the timer. So boom, I started having dreams about octopuses. And the octopuses be in the abyss. They like to be down by the dark. They don't like to be up where it's high. That's for jellyfish. That's jellyfish energy. Electric eels and all that stuff. The octopus like to be under the dark. They like to be in the dark. So for a while, I had problems with octopuses. I didn't like octopuses. And I used to say, maybe I was watching too much Mermaid. But now that I think about it, I was correct. I was connected to the mermaid gods. Like, I was connected to those type of gods. Because every night I would have dreams about me falling into the water, way deep down into the water, and an octopus wrapping me up in the arms, sucking me up. until I couldn't breathe. Like, I'm already in the water. Goddamn, I'm already drowning. And then you gonna wrap me up and then squeeze me to death again? Yeah, I used to have dreams about that. Yeah, for a while after that incident, as I grew up. And then they stopped. I guess they couldn't mess with my dream state anymore. Another time, I was being rebellious. Now, this is when wrestling was big back in the 90s. I was watching the TV, right? And I was down there playing in front of the TV like, la, 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 la. And a wrestler came on the TV. And he was talking big shit. He was on TV like, yeah, I'll crush you and you. I don't know if it was Hulk Hogan or another person. I don't know who it was, but it was a nigga in a romper suit. It was a yellow romper suit. And he was talking. He had long hair, blonde hair. He was like, I'll crush you and da-da-da-da. And I'm sitting up here. I'm doing this in the camera because I'm a child. Because he was talking junk. And I thought he was talking to me. This man said, and you, little girl, that's sticking your middle finger up at me. Boy, that shit took me to the... I looked around, make sure wasn't nobody pranking me. And he was like, yeah, you. I swear to God, I might not believe me about this shit. And I don't expect you to. He said, I'm hallucinating or you're making up a story. I swear to Jesus, I heard that man say, and you, little girl, sticking your middle finger up at me. Now, who the fuck would say that, sticking your middle finger up at me? And I'm really doing that at the TV. He pointed to the cameraman. That was another thing. I'm like, what the fuck? I was scared. I ran into my mom. I'm like, Ma! My mom said, girl, you stop crazy. You acting crazy. You talking crazy. Yeah. Because even mine would have been like, what you mean the TV talking to you? So back then, there was already tapping in. They was already connecting to me. They already was watching me. They've been watching me. Them legions have been watching me for a long time, studying me, trying to evaluate me. I even get to the point when they be looking at my blood. They probably trying to see my blood and all that stuff. And when I go to these clinics, like my doctor's appointments, when they be actually go take your blood test, and I'm like, damn, I just take a blood test already. What the fuck y'all doing with my blood? You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is for that study or that test. I'm like, the fuck? Okay, but anyways, so yeah, trying to figure me out. Ain't no telling. But those stories is how I knew that I had gifts, that something higher than myself was upon me. Okay? But it never could wipe me out. It's been monitoring me. That's what it is. I have a monitoring spirit. That's what I was getting to. It was a monitoring spirit. And I ain't never burped so much in my life. Every time I burp, the spiritual belt burps. That's spiritual burp. I mean, I'm a spiritual burp. Monitoring spirits. I had a monitoring spirit on me all my life since I beat that situation. And I say beat because that's supposed to be, like I said. After that hit, they said, how can anybody survive that hit? So I say all this to say, you are powerful. And can't nobody take that from you. No matter how many people come against you, no matter how people conspire against you, no matter how many people try to attack you, send their attacks, speak on you negative, as long as you continue to let your heart beat and you operate out of this pure energy that divine bestowed into that heart, all that shit trumps whatever that dark shit is. When you got a pure heart that ain't nothing full but light, it blinds the dark shit. It exposes the dark shit. The dark stuff. Trying to catch less. But it does. It irritates the deity, 1717. It irritates people, demons. To see you such a pure heart. Even, it really tears them up if you know they conspired against you. And you still showing them love. You still being nice to them. You're still being transparent. You still giving them the same love as if they never did nothing to you. That's what really eats them up. Because it's like, why you don't hate me like I hate you? Because, bitch, I don't hate you. You hate me. Like, duh. But when you got people that's been sent on assignment, this is what they was born to do. To taunt you, to come against you, because they will use the closest people to you to try to destroy you because they know you more than they know you more than the outsider do. See, and that's why you got to be careful with those people that you are connected to, because the biggest enemies be the closest one to you. So this is what my story is. Realizing that everybody that I was connected to was really my enemies. And it took me a long time to get to a point where I even put them in a position to say, oh yeah, y'all my enemies. Because it was a time where you couldn't tell me nothing. These people loved me. Oh, Missy. You had discernment, but you just wanted to ignore it. And I did ignore it. Certain things I've seen, I'm like, well, maybe they had a bad day. Maybe they irritated. I made excuses for a lot of people that did me wrong. And I feel like by me doing that, people thought that I was a simp. And I am somewhat of a simp. I love her. I love people because I want the best. So these people that I thought that had genuine love for me, that was close to me, showed me who they really was. And I concurred to that shit. So boom, the texts start coming in when I start setting boundaries. So I went through a prayer one day. I said, I was at a point in time in my life where I said, I'm ready for my life, because life, I was getting to my early 30s. And I'm like, I ain't getting no younger. Certain things I wanted to do. I was with my kid's father for 16 and a half years. So all I knew was him and stuff like that. And once we got out of a situation, I started living my best life. Like, I started being outside and being in my face. So they say you go through the whole phase. Okay, yeah, I was outside. But I ain't going to say I was ho-ho, but I'm just going to say, like, I definitely was YOLO. I was like, damn, plenty of fish in the sea. And that's why I see why he probably was outside. 2020, we met when we were young. Like, we were teenagers. But he was still messing around while we were together. But I never messed around with him. I still stayed, and I still stuck in a situation. And I'm going to tell you the story about him too. But we ain't going to talk about that right now. But I realized as I got older who he was and what part he played in my life and what kind of entity was attached to him. And like I said, God will use, or the Most High will use, or if the assignment, people are assigned already through generations of who and what they are and what they're going to be assigned to in his life. Sometimes God placed people together for an assignment, and being the fact that we have free will, sometimes people could break the contract. Sometimes people could void the contract. They could mess it. That's like you telling the payment plan, like, I'm going to pay my bills on this day, but they got the money, but they still not paying it. It's just adding up and building up and back. It's just backed up, money all up stuff. So just because it's contractual or contract, that doesn't mean it's solid. So yeah. So realizing everybody around me wasn't for me. Everybody wasn't only around me for specific reasons, okay? And once I started realizing what people's assignment wasn't in my life, and I started pulling back and setting boundaries, that's when attacks really started hitting me hard. Now, I became homeless. I'm going to say officially when I broke up with my kid's father, because I chose to go back and stay with my mother. No, me being when my mom was home, but being somebody who was 16, having their house until they was like, till 2018. I always had my house up until 2018. I didn't get back into my home until 2 years ago. Like I told y'all, if y'all been on a journey with me, I just recently got back into my own home. But for 6 days, I was staying with my mom for like 2-3 years. And then until we had to move out of her residence and move into another place because the provider, the rental person wanted to sell his home. Okay. So, hold on, y'all. So, I don't even know where I left off at. My kids came in the house. So yeah, everybody that I thought that was for me, show me who they really was. They weren't for me. So I set boundaries. And then here comes the attacks. And attacks is verbal abuse, spreading rumors, gossip, lying, screwing my name. Like I'd never been there for these people. Like I never cared about these people. Like I never did nothing for these people. Like I wasn't the homeless one, the one that was stuck with nothing. And I ain't gonna say nothing, but these people had more than me. Always did have more than me. I had an income. I had a hustle. and I had children. So many people was in relationships, 2-parent homes, single, no children, very stable homes. But y'all attacking big old me. Employed, 4 children, no home, but stable mentally. So they try to go around telling the girl was a little slow, a little unstable, wasn't a good mom, da 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 da. Whole time I was the one that was carrying everybody. Let's talk about that. When I was around folks, me and my kids carried most of these people because people was conspiring against us. They were using my children's name to build cases so they can have homes and keep money coming in, food stamps and stuff, to house the next person and their family and their little persons and their little girlfriends and their little other children. That I'm speaking about this shit. They even went as far as when inviting me, and when I got to there and made me get comfortable, but then start talking about me because I'm the help. I'm helping the help. Don't do that. Don't do that. And mind you, I never asked nobody to stay with them, but one person. That was my mama. Everybody else invited me. And then there was another situation where a family member, I stayed with them because we were helping each other. And then they had another situation going on outside of our situation. And then they switched on me for that situation. Boom, I'm okay with that. Boom. Maybe if I was in the same, because I done did it before too, but not switched to the point where I left them for cold turkey. I just did what I felt that was better for me and my family at that point in time. So I never hold it against that person. What you don't do is what you don't do, you don't go around conspiring against me, talking about me, gossiping about me like I ain't shit. And I was the same one. And then you go back around the same motherfuckers that I helped you and saved you from to talk about me too. You see what I'm saying? That's what made me be like, oh, that would turn me to like a grimy ass bitch. I'm gonna keep it real. Cause how you gonna speak about me with the same people that you were speaking to me about, that I was gonna whoop their ass about for fucking you over? Let's be real about that. Then I had a situation where I was invited. Then they started talking about me with somebody that they know I didn't really too care for. And then I'm not gonna describe. They have respect for that situation, but what you do, you don't allow nobody else to turn you away. Just put this mental on you when you already know who my character is. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like that. If you allow somebody to go and to get to your head to change how you feel about me, I can't fuck with you. I can't fuck with you no more. Oh, okay. You gonna have to hold on, baby. I can't really fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? It's just, don't sit. Hold on, y'all. So, yeah, that just don't sit right with me. So you conspiring against me with somebody that, because you feel like you owe them your loyalty. Okay, that's cool. You do what you do. You do what you do. But I'm saying the text was attacking. They were attacking me. And I'm going to mention these are people who were better positioned than me. They had cars, and I had a car too, but I lost my car because of the text. People wanted to see my downfall. When you praying your downfall, and then, you know what I'm saying? And then I was doing business with people, and they was fucking me over. Just so much. People was like, oh yeah, she gullible. I got her. I can do what I want. I can use her up. Da 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 da. As soon as I start saying no more, I can't do this no more. It's messing up my livelihood. It's messing with me, or it's making me look like I'm mentally impaired or mentally inclined, going crazy. That's what they wanted me to do. They wanted me to look like I was going crazy and I was losing my mind because the conversation that they had about me, they had to make them add up and line up. So they started doing shit, throwing the stones, right, against me, but then they was hiding their hands. The stones that they threw against me, they was hiding. Like, she don't know it's us. She don't know it's us, but hi, I love you. Hide it. Hi, but I love you. That's how these bitches will treat me. And that's why I goes to say that heart that God gave me, He's spoken to that heart. He said, heart, I'm about to put you in a position where you supposed to be bitter, but I'm gonna make you strong, and I'm gonna keep you beaten, and you're gonna exuberate love, and this you're gonna look like so much divine that they gonna be mad just because they know that you got that light on you. And it's like that. And you know how some readers or some messengers or pastors be like, oh, people knew you got, they know your anointing is on you before you do. They did. They used to tell me, you special, you could do everything. You talented. And I'm like, yeah, you too. You know what I'm saying? You too. Like, shit, I'm not looking at it as a no way of like, oh yeah, I'm better than you. Shit, you got them too. Shit, if I got them, I know you got them. We connected. You know what I'm saying? Nah. They seen something that I knew that I knew I had on me, but I wasn't like operating on it. I didn't exuberate that. Like, I used to get messages, these people, they used to be like, girl, how you know that? Like, I used to speak some shit into existence. I don't want to say I spoke into existence, but I spoke about it and it came into existence. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people, oh, I don't think that's a good idea because this is what might happen. And it came the way that I said it was going to do. This is way before the cards, y'all. This is way before me tapping into my spirituality, y'all. This is way before me coming into a platform, y'all. And that goes to say, too, when I started doing this, they disowned me. They said I was up the devil. Not understanding the real practice of spirituality. Because they were so systematically inclined with the system that they thought that my beliefs was of the devil. Not realizing this is all the way that we was brought up was taught. We were taught to believe these things. That's in every religion. That's in every culture. That's in every belief. Ain't nobody teach me to be this fucking way. Ain't nobody teach me to come on the camera. Ain't nobody teach me nothing. Life taught me how to use my discernment. Situations taught me how to use my discernment. I might have to cut this video short, but be watching for part 2. This part 1.